The Classification and Rating Administration, the Entertainment Software Rating Board, otherwise known as the ESRB, and the Australian Classification, Department of Communication, and the Arts. These three departments control both the American and the Australian gaming and film industry's rating system, and therefore control how films and gaming are ultimately constructed and distributed. And as I am personally from Australia, let's start here.
That you're listening to Truth or...
Coffee maker! Especially not some duded up, egg-sucking gutter trash!
Hasta la vista, baby.
Render you as criminal as I.
What do you think, Frank? I called...
Make a better choice. Ratings advice. Use it. It's on every video.
When ratings were first introduced, they generally kept it simple, highlighting certain levels of violence, sex, coarse language, etc. But since then, with the removal and outright banning of certain movies and games, the ratings of both platforms seem to have changed dramatically, where now they give you a much more detailed description of exactly what's contained within what you buy depending on the rating and genre.
Films classified G are for general exhibition that can be enjoyed by the whole family.
Ride like the wind, bullseye!
The G rating was originally pretty self-explanatory, showing that literally anyone could go and see it without issue, but now with the added descriptions, G-rated movies and games can end up looking like this.
You murdered him!
Never mind them. People are of no value. We could make more sometime, if we need them.
Right.
When viewing films classified PG, parental guidance is recommended for persons under 15 years of age.
As the years have progressed, this particular rating has been pushed relatively hard in regards to what they can get away with, showing for a younger audience under the supervision of parents, allowing various forms of swearing minus the obvious words like fuck. But once you get into the territory of violence, it's kind of unclear considering The Lost World Jurassic Park was the first feature film ever to showcase a person being ripped in two without the camera panning away. Other examples of the PG rating being pushed to its limits can easily be seen within the movie The Fifth Element, which was actually the first movie to allow nudity under this rating without future edits or releases to remove it from the film.
Told you. Perfect.
Now let's move on to the M and MA ratings. I think it's fair to say that this particular rating has kind of like a blurred line attached to it, where it is so unclear on several levels as to what actually constitutes a movie to be rated M or even MA.
Films rated M are recommended for mature audiences, 15 years and older.
Goddamn fucking flak jacket!
You're smiling. How the fuck can you be smiling?
Hey, no fucking way.
The fuck is your problem? Try it, motherfucker, and you're dead.
Fry, you little fuck!
2 days, 2 fucking days, and you're just like everybody else in here.
You fucking asshole!
Fuck you.
Rise and fucking shine, asshole!
With Edward fucking Bellingham.
Hey, you little motherfucker! Nobody hits me twice! No fucking body hits me twice!
You're done for, you fuck. It's impossible. Fucking impossible. I had a dead beat on you.
Fuck you!
In the beginning, MA-15+ movies could showcase pretty intense gore, disturbing imagery, excessive coarse language, and so on, but since this rating system has been a little bit more defined, it seems that Australia has been much more particular about what they allow to show, which now seems to be very dependent on more of the genre rather than the content of the film itself.
Movies classified MA cannot be seen by persons under 15 unless in the company of a parent or adult guardian.
You kill him, you kill yourself. Hello! Ow! Give me back my son!
Are you prepared to suffer to save your son? You have 5 minutes to cut off the last section of one of your fingers in front of the camera. If you succeed, you will get your reward.
What have we got? White female dumped in plain sight. I'll bet a month's salary this is a copycat.
4 women, all murdered, all put on display, all with messages.
Oh! Movies rated R are restricted to adults, 18 years and over.
And this leads us to the R18 rating. Unlike the changes to the previous ratings, this one seems to have kept its original visual appeal, but now with the addition of the label being black to easily distinguish it from the rest. Here in Australia, this rating can allow practically anything to be shown, including excessively brutal violence, detailed rape scenes, non-stop coarse language, very realistic scenes of drug use and its effects, and even pornographic material. Now, as much as I'd like to give you examples of these things, I can't because obviously it would go against YouTube's guidelines, so unfortunately, let's just take a look at the US, but instead take a look at it in a different way, comparing it to Australia's layout. As you can see, our M, MA, and R ratings fit within both the US's PG-13 and R rating system. Now, every single time that this comparison is made between Australia and America, an insane amount of questions come out of it. Don't worry, we'll be getting into those details in episode 2, but for right now, let's focus on the point. Ratings are there to let us, the viewers, know what we're in for. However, where it was once much more lenient and somewhat accurate with the details within each and every classification for both Australia and the United States, the system has since become overly flawed and broken, and now, in my opinion, needs to be scrapped and reorganized. Some of you might be a bit lost as to what I mean, so I'll give you an example to sort of simplify it a bit. When Die Hard 4.0, otherwise known as Live Free or Die Hard, was announced for its upcoming release, considering the onslaught of sequels that began to somewhat ruin a franchise's character or the story as a whole, I instantly looked online to see what it was going to be rated so I could prepare myself for what I knew may or may not be contained within the movie. I instantly found out that the movie was going to be rated M here in Australia, which immediately got me hyped, obviously, considering what's allowed to be in an M-rated movie here. But then I saw the PG-13 rating for the States, and then I definitively knew that any and all F-bombs weren't going to happen, which in turn made me have to lower my expectations, and this is where we get into the topic of censorship.